about grammar functions. This is tutorial number 2 of ELA.RK skills. Now, what I'm talking about when I say grammar functions, every word in the English language has some kind of function. Every word or phrase has some kind of function. So the function that we're looking at today, we're going to be looking at several different parts of speech. We're going to start off with nouns, pronouns, adjectives, and adverbs. Just to start off, we want to make sure we have those down before we move on into the other parts of speech. And if you pay attention to this lesson, you will understand a whole lot more about the parts of speech and the different things we're going to be dealing with later on dealing with the other tutorials. So make sure you pay attention, write down the information you need to write down, and do all the things you need to do to make this a successful tutorial for you. Remember, you can pause the video at any time if you need to take down any notes, or you just need to take a little break before we begin. Please make sure you do so. It's all about trying to make sure you understand everything that's going on, because in the later lessons things may become a little bit more complicated. So that's why I start off with the basics, and now we're moving on into grammar functions.
Okay, we're about to do tutorial number 2, grammar functions. We're going to be looking at different parts of speech and their functions, and in order to understand what we're doing, please pay attention to all of the information from tutorial number 1. Grammar functions. A words or word phrases function means how the word or word phrase can be used within a sentence. First, we're going to look at nouns. A noun names a person, place, or thing. And when we talk about a thing, we can also be talking about ideas, concepts. And remember, a noun is also an object. Remember the color scheme from tutorial number 1 as a reference. Nouns will be in blue. They will be in blue and underlined if they are used as the subject. Here are some examples. The model smiled. If you notice, model is in blue and it's underlined. A model is a person. Show more style. Style is in blue. It's not underlined because it's not the subject. It is considered an idea or a concept. Focus the camera. Camera's blue. It's not underlined because it's not the subject, and a camera is a thing. Leave the neighborhood. Neighborhood is a place. Now let's look at some pronouns. First, we want to understand what pronouns actually are. Pronouns. A pronoun replaces a noun or nouns. A pronoun has the same function that the noun or noun it replaces. Pay attention to the word function. We're going to use the color purple for pronouns. Original sentence. The model smiled. Model is a noun. It's also the subject of the sentence, so we're going to underline it. And remember, model is a person. Personal pronoun sentence. We're going to replace the noun with the personal pronoun, she. She smiled. We have another original sentence. Show more style. Style, as we said before, is an idea or concept. We're going to replace style with the pronoun. Show more of it. Show more of it. It is replacing style. It's also an idea or concept because it's replacing an idea or concept. Original sentence. The brother and sister were the first to arrive. Brother and sister, two or more people, they're underlined and they're in blue because they are nouns and they're also the subject of the sentence. Replacing them with one word, they, which is a personal pronoun, they were the first to arrive. They represents two or more people. So you've done a good job with this. Now, let's look at another part of speech, the adjectives. An adjective modifies or describes a noun or pronoun. We're going to use the color yellow to represent adjectives. Adjectives answer questions. What kind? Which one? How much? And how many? Pay attention to the location of the word, where the word is actually located in the sentence. Position is very important when identifying function. Adjectives are usually found leading the words they modify. In some cases, the adjectives follow. Here are some examples. New economical cars were displayed. New economical cars were displayed. New and economical are the adjectives in the sentence. Cars is the cars, new and economical, were displayed. Cars, new and economical, were displayed. Cars, of course, is our noun, and it's also the subject. New and economical are our adjectives. Their position is changed, but they still have the same function. They were new and economical. As in the last sentence, pay attention to where the adjectives are. They is replacing cars. New and economical are still our adjectives. Now let's look at adverbs. An adverb modifies or describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs usually answer a question about the word or words they modify. Questions like how, when, where, how often, to what extent. Here's an example of an adverb modifying a verb. The crew worked swiftly to finish the repairs. Worked is the verb, swiftly is the adverb that modifies it. Here's an example of an adverb modifying an adjective. The lawyer was curiously calm during his speech. Curiously modifies the adjective calm. Here's an example of an adverb modifying another adverb. The student is almost always correct. Almost is an adverb. Always is an adverb also. Almost modifies always, and they both modify the word correct. Adjective. If you have any comments, please email me at using the email address at the end of this video. Thanks again. TJ Ray Cross exclusive.